What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to the Warframe video. So, we got this week in Warframe, we'll go over the entire weekly reset. But just to let you know, NIGHTWAVE is currently on hiatus until Wednesday, the 29th. So, this weekly reset video will not have the NIGHTWAVE reset, because there is no NIGHTWAVE reset. But we'll have everything else you've come to expect in these videos. So, if you enjoy these types of videos, make sure to hit the sub button. Do them every week. Also, we do daily Warframe YouTube videos on this channel, so you're in the right place for constant Warframe content. You can also check the live stream channel as well. I'll be live later tonight doing this weekly reset stuff. And yeah, Archon shards are about to become a lot more interesting in the new update. But we'll talk about that in a second here. So let's start getting into that weekly reset stuff. Starting with the first item at Teshin. He's got a rifle riven mod for 75 steel essence. If that's worth it to you, go for it. He's also got his Kuva and stuff down here as well, as he usually does. But yeah, since there's no NIGHTWAVE until Wednesday, there is going to be, a lacking of that part of the video. But we're actually going to show you what's going to be happening with the new NIGHTWAVE instead. So with the new NIGHTWAVE, it does start next Wednesday, and it's going to be fire and ice themed. If you watch some of my previous videos, you might know there's a new Cannibalist pistol augment mod and a Sporothrix sniper augment mod for two, infested weapons. If you want to get prepared, you can go get those weapons prepared for the upcoming NIGHTWAVE. Let's go to the Archides wares in the Dorma Zone to see what her weekly rotation is. Additionally, with the new NIGHTWAVE changes, there will be new weekly acts every single week just to kill some enemies and complete some missions. So, doing NIGHTWAVE will be easier than ever with this new update. But we don't know when it will be coming out. Well, rather, we know the update. We know when the NIGHTWAVE will be coming out. We don't know when the new Wizards in the Wall update will be. But yeah, new NIGHTWAVE on Wednesday. All right, so checking out Archides wares here. Okay, we've got. Let's see. What's the stuff that doesn't rotate? So. This Arcane Reaper is a daily thing. It'll rotate in 23 hours. But for the weekly stuff, we got 5,000 Kuva, a primary Arcane Adapter, an Orokin Catalyst Blueprint for 20 Pathos Clamps, a Companion Ribbon mod for 20 Pathos Clamps, and a Forma Blueprint for 10 Pathos Clamps. So if you do want to pick any of this stuff up, maybe you get the Companion Ribbon mod, maybe you get the Orokin Catalyst. 5,000 Kuva for that much time is really not worth it to me. So there's your Archides wares. Let's go look at the Archon Hunt. Now, about Archon Hunts, this is the important part I wanted to mention earlier. Okay, if you didn't watch the dev stream, my dev stream overview video, guys, they're adding new types of Archon shards. And they're going to require you to fuse other Archon shards together. So right here we have a green shard. It's going to be a blue shard and a yellow shard fused together. So if you're someone that said, screw blue shards, I don't need them, you might want them for this. Because the effects of this emerald green shard are looking pretty strong, just an FYI. Additionally, I'm not sure what's going on with DE, but as far as Prime Resurgence rotations, has anyone else noticed this? Okay, now they've announced it. This was not here. This was supposed to be 2 weeks ago that this was showing this. But yeah, Prime Resurgence thing wasn't working for a bit too. Yeah. But as far as other things you can do in this week in Warframe, you can just basically get prepared for Wizards in the Wall. I've been stacking up a bunch of Necromech rep just in case. We don't know exactly how we're going to prepare for it. I'm still working on how to do that. But yeah, that's something you could do is try to prepare for the update because it's just standard affair right now. At Chipper, we got a blue shard. Like I said, you might want to start buying these so you can get more green shards in the end. I'm going to end up buying these from Chipper from now on. And also, we don't know how the Tau green shards will work either. We don't know if you're going to need 2 Tau shards to make that or just 1. So Chipper's got a blue shard. Call's mission is Sneaky Sabotage. This is the best one to farm stock from because it's the shortest. The challenges are Deathless, complete the mission without dying or becoming veiled, break the armor veils, Sneaky Sabotage. So it's Call stuff, basically. Let's go over the Archon Hunt and the Incarnons, because that's what most people care about, and I don't want to get too distracted here. Alright, so starting with the Incarnons, we'll start with the normal circuit frames, actually. We've got Nidus, Octavia, and Harrow. Okay, so this is actually a pretty hard choice here, as far as which one is the most annoying to farm. From my personal experience, I found farming Nidus to be one of the most annoying farms in the entire game. He comes from the Infested Salvage node on Eris, and it's an endless mission that doesn't really drop much good stuff. It only drops Nidus parts and some endo, basically. So if you don't want to grind that terrible mission, go with Nidus here. But also, additionally, Octavia does come from a kind of weird spot, too. She comes from a special puzzle room on Lua and some other spots, too. So you could maybe try to go for that, because you also drop some Auric and Derelict Survival, too. These are both pretty annoying to farm, honestly. But they also have their blueprint from a quest. Harrow is hilariously probably the easiest one to farm here, but I believe one of his parts still comes from Defection. So really, guys, whatever one you think is going to be the one that you want to use the most is what you should go for, because they're all annoying to farm. Just to remind you, the helmet ability of Nidus is Larva, which pulls enemies together. The helmet ability of Octavia is Resonator, which makes enemies follow the disco ball around. And the helmet ability of Harrow is Condemn, where he throws out these chains that stuns enemies and gives him shields. So whatever one of those feels the most appropriate to you, they are all super annoying to farm. So I'm going to go with Nidus, though, just because I really think that he's annoying to farm. So up to you, like I said. Moving on to the Steel Path. I don't even know which rotation we're on. Let's see what we got. Oh, man, we're on, like, the Juice week right here. This is the Juicer week. We got everything good. Okay, cool. Well, good for people that have been waiting for that. Just a reminder, if you have rank 9 opportunity in Trinity, you can get some other options here at the end, too. Alright, so for Incarnons, we got the Torrid Incarnon, the Dual Toxicist Incarnon, the Dual Ichor Incarnon, the Miter Incarnon, and the Atomos Incarnon. All of these, like, you literally will not go wrong if you pick any of these guys, okay? These are some of the strongest weapons in the game right here. Take your pick of whatever you want. If you want my recommendation of what's the strongest, so the way the Torrid works is basically, it is a grenade launcher, but the way that it builds Incarnon meters, you get a body shot, a direct hit on an enemy, and that will build Incarnon meter. One, it's in Incarnon form. It's one of the strongest beam weapons in the game. It's a pure toxin beam with very high crit stats. The Incarnons give it tons and tons of extra stats, too. Very powerful for clearing out tons of enemies, guys. Make sure you get this if you don't have it already. Also, the Torrid's pretty easy to get. I believe it's a clan weapon. The Dual Toxis is probably one of the best pistols in the game. I try to use it not too much. I don't use it too much because it's that good. It's just like, it makes things too easy. But when it goes into Incarnon form, the shots will become full auto and will ricochet between enemies. It's got good headshots. This thing gets extra toxin damage when you get a headshot with it too, without this neurotoxin bonus. So yeah, you can just throw an electric mod on here, and then you can have corrosive on headshot. It's very, very nice. I'd highly recommend this one too. I don't remember where this weapon goes. This might be Clan Dojo tech as well, but yeah, these are both really, really good. Dual Ichor, one of the best melee Incarnons. When it's in Incarnon form, kills will create a toxin cloud that can, like, be affected by mods. You can make it like a viral cloud or like a gas cloud or corrosive cloud, etc., etc. Yeah, so pretty strong there. Dual swords just have good weapon stances in general too. The only problem I have with this weapon is that its top tier Incarnon evolutions don't give it extra crit. It just gives it extra status. So whatever. But yeah, it's really strong. And if you are looking for a good melee weapon, look no further. Another weapon that I believe is Clan Tech. We got the Miter Incarnon, one of my personal favorite Incarnons because it's so good against every faction. The Incarnon form on this one is going to make it where the saw blades become like bouncing, homing saw blades of death, and they will go between enemies, hit multiple enemies, and they will also, like, seek out other enemies that, like, are around the corner, basically. And additionally, this thing has a special augment mod called Neutralizing Justice, where if you fire a nullifier bubble, it will break the nullifier bubble instantly. So very nice for Grenier with the high slash damage, very nice for Corpus with the anti-nullifier augment, and then for Infested it has base heat, so you can do like a gas build really easily too. So very, very nice. This weapon is annoying to farm though. It comes from, I think it comes from Lesh Krill, and the Lesh Krill Captain Vor like duo boss fight on Ceres is how you get this one, unfortunately. But yeah, I recommend this one highly as well. And the Atomos Incarnon. This is going to probably be really good with those new orange Archon shards if you watched my video from yesterday. It has very high stats, very good beam chaining. The only downfall of this weapon is that it does not really chain, or rather, it does not really build Incarnon charge very easily because the enemies die so fast. So keep that in mind. My overall top suggestions this week, just go for Torrid and Dual Tox, I guess. But if you have any of these already, the other ones you should go for are Miter and Atomos, or Miter and Dual Ichor. If you just want to, my personal favorites, I'd say go for Miter and Dual Tox. Those are my two favorites out of this rotation. But the Torrid I use quite a bit as well. So really up to you guys. You got some really good choices. You can't go wrong. All right, for the Archon Hunt, I don't even know what it is. It is the Blue Archon. It is the Owl Archon, and we got the Blue Archon Shard. And the mission types are Spy, Excavation, and the Final Boss Showdown. All right, so make sure you get those blue shards because you want to get those green shards in the future, right? Let's go over the Incarnate or the Invigorations, and then we'll call it a video. I'll be going live very soon after this, guys. So yeah, no Nightwave until Wednesday. I will have a video overviewing the Nightwave on Wednesday, of course. So there will be like basically 2 Nightwave resets this week with Wednesday and the upcoming Sunday one, like a week from today. So for my Invigorations, these are random per player. Just a reminder, if you want to get access to this, you can go to the Deimos Syndicate and get the rank 5 family rank. Alright, so the first one we got secondary crit chance on 1,000 health on Ibarra. Okay, so the secondary crit chance would be nice because I used the kunai on her, but 1,000 extra health shouldn't matter. I go level 10,000 with Ibarra and never get shot because you're invis, so that part's kind of useless. Grendel, we got primary crit chance and 5 jump resets. Why do I get jump resets and primary crit chance all the time? My Invigorations have been terrible recently. This is really bad. Come on, Gauss, hook me up, even though you got no prime coming until 2024. And we got secondary damage and heal rate on Gauss. My Invigorations have been so bad in like the last month. I am not using my override until Whispers on the Wall. Oh, by the way, guys, the Whispers on the Wall update has not had its release date announced. It will be announced on the 7th. at the Game Awards. And I'll be live streaming that as well, too. So come stop by if you want to check that out. But that's basically it for your video for the weekly reset. No Nightwave, so nothing to talk about there. Go and enjoy your Archon shards. Get ready for that Whisper of the Wall update, and I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy. Bye.